Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. We're going to dive in here to puzzle number 72, Lotus Pod II. We got hexes today. We got some edge clues. We got a few letters. Where to start? There's a 5, that's kind of cool. But what we're looking for is big numbers next to little numbers, probably. Oh, there's 0 C's. Let's start there. Okay, now we have an area to work with. One of these. Okay, this one though. This one. One has to go there. This 2 is finished. Now there's a 1 next to some 4s, which is kind of interesting, isn't it? I think this may get us all the B's. Somehow? Well, okay, here's something easier to do. Let's just fill in that 1. So far, easy going. No guarantees it'll stay that way, of course. One imagines it won't, in fact. Okay, I mean, it's interesting that we know exactly one of these B's now, and therefore 4 of these. Yeah, in fact, no. Actually, could this be a mine? I don't think it can. Because then all of these B's together would only have 3 mines in them. This 1 would mean there's none here, and this 4 would mean there's 3 of these. There's 1 B here, so that would be only 4 B's, and we need 5. So I think this space is safe. And that gives me these. Well, there's 2 different ways that I know 2 of these are B's, so that's exciting, but not useful. 2 of these are mines, I mean. Obviously, they're all B's. Now it's starting to slow down a bit. We know one of these 2, therefore one of these 3. Doesn't seem to matter, though. Ah, this 2. This 1's interesting, isn't it? Not quite. The 3 doesn't have to use any of these. Anyway, there's still more to do up here, so we'll get back to that if it seems useful. A is getting interesting yet? Not really. This 3 is impacted by these 1s a little bit, but actually there's 1s here as well, right? Yes. So we know one of these 2, and we know one of these 2. Thus we know one of these 2. Problem is that doesn't seem to help much. I have 2 of these 4. Doesn't really tell me anything. Maybe I actually can count the A's. We have 3 here. We have 2 here. That's 5, right? So there are 3 left between here and here. This is 6. Yeah. Can't really say much about the others, though. They could be here. They could be here. How about this 4? There's a 1 here, so we need 3 of these 4. Doesn't seem to help. This 3 across from the 1 means we have at least 2 of these. Don't see how that's helpful. Could be almost anything. I haven't used the row clues like at all, right? Ah, this row clue is useful because we have a 1 here and a 1 here. So the rest of the row is safe. The 1 and the 2 are neighboring but not here. Not sure how that helps. Likewise, these are neighboring here but not here, which also doesn't really help. This 2 is finished, though. Can I count A's now that I've resolved this area a bit? We know one of these 2, one of these 3. Now I have to place 4 more A's. I know one of these. I have to place 3 more A's. Yeah, I can't really do that. Ah, here we go, though. This 2 is across from this 1, so it has at most 1 mine here, which means it has 1 here, and the 1 can't have 1 here. One, 2, 3. So there's 2 A's in this area, which is not immediately useful. Ah, here we go, though. This 2 and this 1 are neighboring here, and not here, which means the 2's second mine is here. With the row clue, that means this must be the last mine in the row. Furthermore, there must be a mine here, which means there's a 1 mine. Oh, that doesn't help. Yeah, I knew that already. Okay, sure. This 1 looks sort of important, but I don't see how. This 2 is next to some 1s that overlap in slightly interesting ways. This 1, is that helping? We know there's 1 mine in this area, which means these 2 are opposites of each other. That should help me narrow down the number of A's somehow, right? Because if there's exactly one of... Ugh. We have exactly one of these, which I guess, I don't know, I'll just let this line be what tells me that. I'm kind of also drawn to this line. With this 4, we can say that at least one of these two, which we could say anyway from the 2, but maybe we could show both of them, or we could show exactly one somehow. I don't think we can show exactly one. But like we know there's one of these, which means there's 3 here. At least one of them's here, but maybe both. And we know at least one here. But all that does is give me at most 2 here, which is not useful. Alright, maybe back to this. Why did I think this was good? Because these are opposites of each other. So, suppose we say that this is a mine. Oh, I'm on the wrong... There we go. Suppose we say this is a mine, therefore this isn't. Well, this is not. And then these both are, and this isn't, and this isn't. These all are for the 3, so this isn't. I was hoping that would reveal something about this area, but it doesn't seem to have done so. Okay, so let's go the other way and suppose that this was not a mine, then this was, and this wasn't. This would have to be a mine. We're doing the same like cross-hatching thing we did a while ago as just a notation for like, I hope to find something that's always a mine or never a mine in this scenario. If this isn't, no, we're doing this way. So if this is a mine, then these both aren't, and this is. If this isn't, then this is, right? Huh. Now we've done this too, haven't we? This is a mine and this is a mine, so none of these are. And to finish the 3, we need mines here and here. So somehow, this whole area is like all one big wire that leads here, but eventually we come to the conclusion that exactly one of these 2 is a mine. Which is great. I mean, it means I can mark these as mines, I can click this and discover it. I'm just trying to understand why, as opposed to just like trying it. Like, okay, I noticed that these 2 are opposite parity, but... Oops. Dropped something. But I don't see like a deducible line that leads me here other than just trying stuff, and I try to avoid just trying stuff. I'm also not 100% sure this is correct, by the way. I need to like, with all these marks, it's easy to make a mistake. By the way, we have this and this to finish this 2. And this 2's done, so we get these. This 3. I'm just following this through to its conclusion to see if I come up with a contradiction before I click something. Because if all of this ends up being a contradiction, then I think the fact that this was a mine in both universes, well, it means one of them was impossible. Yeah, okay. At most, one of these can be impossible. And whichever one is real definitely has a mine here, so I guess it's fine. Huh. So what causes this? I see. I see. So it's this 2. One of these 2, therefore one of these 2, therefore at most one of this whole area, which means this 3 needs both of these. Got it. So that's how you're supposed to get there without just like experimenting. And this 2, well, yes. There's exactly one here, which means exactly one here. There's also exactly one here, so the 2 is done. So is this 2? No, not quite. Yeah. No? It's a little bit done. We have one of these 2, which means exactly one of these 2. Oh, that doesn't help. I was going to say we have at least one of these 2 from this 2, but that overlaps with the exactly one that we have, so it doesn't really tell me anything. There could be overlap here or not. Oh, there's just a finished 2 right here. That one's finished. Can I get into this area? I might need total mine count to get in there. I don't see anything else. Yeah. Okay. But there's a 0 here. This one next to the 2 and the one next to the 4 is kind of interesting, isn't it? It seems like I should be able to place some mines in this area. We have one of these, therefore one of these. We have one of these, therefore 3 here. One of these means 3 of these. So if we have 3 of this, there's at least one touching this 2, right? And this 3 also has at least one touching this 2. So these 2 spaces here are safe. Now this 1 next to the 4 puts all 3 mines there, and one of these 2. And so 1 next to a 3, but can we do this row yet? I wanted to do that row earlier. One of these, one of these. Therefore, 2 of these, I guess, is interesting. But hang on. Maybe this 3 row is interesting finally. Is it? We have at least one of these. Yeah, that doesn't seem so hot. Well, okay, here's something. Look at this 2. Or rather, let's look at this 1. It can't have mines both here and here, right? This would be illegal, obviously. So we have at most one of them. In that case, we have at least one of these 2, which means at most one of these 2, which finishes the 2 row. There's a mine here. And we take that same deduction in the opposite direction. We now know there's exactly one here, therefore exactly one here, therefore exactly one here, and this area is safe. And now we can figure out which ones those are. This area is just kind of trivially resolving itself. I just have to click a little bit carefully is all. Still mines here. Okay, a lot of stuff is happening. Oh, these 1s are really closing in on that 3, huh? That must be something. It's a little something, isn't it? Like, maybe this is better. Yeah, that seems sort of interesting, doesn't it? There's 3 total mines in this row, or spaces in this row. One of them isn't a mine. And yes, so we have one of these 2 and one of these 2, which means this 3 has one of these 2. Therefore, this is a mine to finish the row. Not sure how that's useful, but it, we marked something. We're getting close on the A's, right? We know one of these, or one of these, could be both, could be just one, don't know which yet. We have similar arguments here, and that just puts another one here. We already knew that. What about this area? Like, I want to find something out about this. I guess that's, yeah, we have that. We have 1, 1, 1 like this. That means one of all this. Oh, I mean, we also have one mine. Oh, we don't have exactly one here. Hang on, maybe what I did a minute ago was wrong. Maybe I drew too strong a conclusion based on this 1. Let me take that mine away and see if I can rederive it. Because what I said was, we have exactly one here and exactly one here, therefore one here, but that's not true. There could be a mine here, and then none here, and both of these. So that's not correct. It might be correct, but it's not sound. It would be correct by coincidence. I'm so close to the end, I feel like it should just be easy, but there must be some kind of like total mind logic that I'm not seeing. Maybe. I mean, there are 7 gray mines left. That seems like kind of a lot, doesn't it? Oh. Okay, this is easy enough. We have 1 here and 1 here, which means 1 here. Combined with this 1 puts no mine here. And now the deduction I made earlier about this 3 is actually correct. Right? 1 here, therefore 1 here. So this is a mine. And I believe we can mark one of these as a mine for this 2 across from this 1. And there's also one of these as a mine, so that's the last A, which means I can click here. All right, there are 5 mines left. We should be able to prove it's like there's 1 here or something. 1, 2, 3. Even if we put one like these as far apart as possible, there still has to be... No, that's not true. 1. Well, let's try again. 2 go here. All right, this is one that you can just kind of do. I think it's fair enough to do by trial and error. Like, can there be 1 here? It feels like no. We need a large number of mines in this area. This reduces the number. Because then we have... none of these are mines, so this is... Oops. This is... This isn't, is... And that's only 4. So this is a place you cannot place a mine. I'm sure there was some cleaner way to figure that out, but it was simple enough to test. All right, that was definitely a little, I don't know, a medium-length puzzle, I guess. It was nice to get it right, as always. And we're done for today. Tomorrow, I guess we're going to be doing B rectangle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.